When you look at these politicians and they get into office and they're worth a couple $100,000 and they're getting paid $170,000 a year for their salary, and 4 years, 5 years, 6 years later, they're worth 20, 30, $100 million. How do you think that happens? And I'm not pointing just at Democrats here. The GOP takes advantage of the same opportunities. The only distinction I would make, and one of the reasons that the GOP often seems to be operating as simply kind of a loyal opposition to the Democrats, is I think a lot of these GOP politicians, they get in office, they realize that their party is not really functional, certainly not as aggressive politically as the Democrats, as coordinated politically as the Democrats. So they get into office and they say, well, it's hard for me to get anything done politically for the benefit of the nature, but as long as I'm here, I can get rich. I think the Democrats do that, and then they take it to another level because they are coherent. They do have explicit policies they've been planning for years to pursue. And so what they do is they take these Mississippi rivers of money and they make not only themselves wealthy, which of course they do, but they also, because they're more effective manipulators of government, launder that money through millions of their constituents. That's what USAID is. That's what all these NGOs are. That's what the federal bureaucracy is, where we have tens of thousands of people employed by government that don't need to be there, aren't doing anything productive, but they're getting good salaries, they're getting good benefits, they're getting good pensions at the end. The Democrats are good at that. So they tend to go through more money than the Republicans because the Republicans largely are only stealing for themselves, and the Democrats are stealing for themselves and their constituents.